Yes, am I audible?
Ah, finally. Yes, you are.
Okay, so what is the main topic of the discussion is that misogyny and
Yes.
casteism in Hinduism, right?
So this is the
Uh,
topic
a-
is casteism and misogyny in Hinduism. How long have you
yes,
been listening to our stream?
actually not very long, maybe for 2, 3 weeks.
2, 3 weeks?
Yes,
Okay.
I have come to your platform through YouTube.
No, what I
So,
meant is how long have you been listening to the stream today?
okay. I have entered like let's say 15 to 20 minutes ago.
Okay, that's fine, no problem. So our main discussion today is, as you know, is casteism and misogyny. Uh,
Yes, yes,
what's your view with regards to that?
yes.
From you're a Sanatani, right?
Yeah, I'm a Hindu.
Okay, good. And what kind of Hindu are you? Like, what is your uh,
I
what's
generally
your
don't go to
sect?
temple. I'm a cultural Hindu mainly.
Okay,
Uh, I don't go to temple or worship idol. You can say I'm a Vedantin or I mean stuff like that, with spiritual kind. I also practiced Buddhism. So,
are you a
not
Hindu or a
formally,
Buddhist?
but
You're a
no,
Hindu or
I
a
am a
Buddhist?
Hindu. I am a Hindu, but I follow the Buddhist tradition of Dzogchen, which is Tantric Buddhism.
Okay, so
And
Buddhists don't worship God. Do you worship God?
no, I don't worship any deity like any like Krishna, Rama, or the deity god that we have in Hinduism. No, I don't worship any specific god like that.
So how are
So,
you a Hindu then if you don't worship God?
because in order to be in Hindu, you don't need to worship any deity or you don't
Yeah,
need to go
exactly.
to
That's
temple.
that's how you're a Hindu. So if I were to ask you, do you believe in the Vedas?
Mm, I don't believe in the Vedas. I study the Vedas and I do reasoning with the Vedas and
So you
I
don't
try to
believe in the Vedas
understand.
at all?
No, it is not a matter of belief. When it comes to Hindu scripture,
What I mean
you
by
cannot.
belief is, do you follow the Vedas at all or not?
Yes, I follow the mainly the Veda has 2, 3 parts, which is the ritualistic part of Vedas and the philosophical part of Vedas. I'm not that interested in the ritualistic part, but I'm interested in the philosophical part, which is called the Upanishad.
Okay, so you're not really Hindu then.
Yes, I
If
am
you
a
don't
Hindu.
if you don't follow the Vedas, then you're not a Hindu. You're a
No,
Gnostic.
no, I am a Hindu.
You would be
What I
considered if you don't follow the Vedas, you'll be considered a Gnostic according to the majority of the Hindus.
if you don't follow the authority of the Veda, you will call it the Charvakas, but those are
Yeah,
ancient
that's
categorization.
that's a Gnostic point of view.
Yes, but as a Hindu, I can
Gnostic
define
a
what kind
Gnostic
of
is
Hindu I
defined as an
am.
atheist in Hinduism.
Not necessarily Nastic. Actually, there is no Nastic in Hinduism. It's called
So
Charvaka.
you don't worship any gods, am I right?
I don't worship because you see Hinduism has 4 traditions, which is one is bhakti, another is karma, one is means gyan, another is raj. So what he was saying is bhakti means
No,
worshiping deity.
where does your gyan come from?
Yes, the gyan comes from scriptures.
From where? Scriptures, exactly. But
Yes, the Upanishads.
you're saying you don't consider them as authority.
No, as long as I am absolutely certain about it, I don't consider them as authority.
Okay, so your gyan also is not from the scriptures then.
Mm. You
Am I
see,
right?
uh,
So neither your bhakti nor your gyan comes from the scriptures. What kind of a Hindu are you? You're a Gnostic, you're an atheist, as
no,
far as the Hindus are concerned.
In Hinduism, the main goal is God realization, not belief in God. So as long as,
Wait. How will you realize God if you have no faith in God?
well, faith is one path. Means there are, as I said, there are 4 paths in God realization. Faith is one path and a very powerful path,
No,
but
even the
it's
knowledge
not
of God,
necessary.
It's the
even
most
the knowledge of
fundamental
God
part.
comes from the scripture.
Well, when it comes to Christianity or Islam, bhakti is probably the only path. But when it
No,
comes
no,
to
no, no. Even in
Hinduism,
Hinduism, bhakti is a huge part. In fact, majority of the Hindus are
yes,
bhakts of
because
some deity.
Yes, because the
So
bhakti
don't say
part is,
Islam and Christianity only. Majority of the Hindus are based on the bhakti
yes, you are
tradition.
correct. Yes, you are correct.
Okay,
Because
good. So don't try
bhak,
to isolate yourself as if, look, one thing is certain. You said you do not consider the scriptures as authority. For me, that is enough information to conclude that you
no,
are not.
you cannot start your journey of realization of God by considering authority. That would create a bias,
Okay,
right?
let me ask you something. You said you are a seeker. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. What are you seeking for?
Yes, the main thing is I am seeking for whatever transcends the reality we live in.
Yeah. And how
Like
would you know you found the reality?
mm, that I don't know.
Exactly.
So
It's like me when I lose my keys. Yeah. I know what my keys look like. In order for me to find it, I have to know what it looks like. I have to have some information about what I'm seeking. Otherwise, I'm never going to find it because I have
yes,
no criteria for what I'm seeking, like in your case. So you
yes,
are
that is
like,
the nature.
you
That
are
is the
worse than a
nature of
blind
God.
believer because at least the guy who follows blindly, he has his scripture to follow blindly or something like that. But in your case, you don't even know what you're seeking. Like when I asked you, how would you know when you have found the truth? And
Okay,
you have
I
no
can
idea.
describe to you what I am seeking. The
Okay,
Tao Te
no,
Ching
no.
said
Before
that
you go to what you're seeking, you already said, in fact, what you're seeking, the truth.
look, look,
But when
look,
I
look,
asked you,
look.
how would you know you have
Look.
found the
When you
truth,
were
and you had no
talking
idea?
about God, okay, when you were talking about God, you should
Hmm.
not be so certain. You are dealing with an entity which is the transcendent reality of the universe. It's not an ordinary entity you are dealing with. The
What do you
Tao
mean the
that can be.
transcend? Wait, wait. How do you know this reality is transcendent reality? Did God communicate with you?
What I am saying is that the universe exists,
I know that,
right?
but the
Yes,
universe,
but
the
that is
universe is
not
not
an
God.
ordinary fact. That is not an ordinary fact that the
No, no.
universe
It is a
exists.
fact that the universe exists. What do you mean, not ordinary
Yes,
fact?
so something exists rather than nothing, right?
I don't know what you're on about. I'm asking you when you said this transcendent reality or the
Yes.
universe. Okay, who told you this is transcendent?
No one to. The transcendent is in front of you.
No, it's not. It's existing.
Yes, it is.
When you say transcendent, it
That's
means it goes
that's
beyond what
contradictory
we
because
think.
if it's
No.
in front of
Exactly, yeah.
you,
The,
how is it
look
transcendent?
at
I don't
look
think he knows the
around
meaning
you.
of transcendent. How do you
No,
define transcendent, Surajit?
just look around you.
How
Every
do you
particle,
wait?
every atom,
Surajit,
every
listen, calm down, calm down. How do
yes.
you define the term transcendent?
The transcendent term, the term transcendent is a pointer
How do
because
you
God,
translate
because
or how do you define what is the definition of the term transcendent?
okay, you should let me talk for at least 50 30 seconds, right? Otherwise,
Yeah,
how
but
would
you
I?
need to answer the question. Don't go
Yes,
off
I'm.
tangent. So
That's
you're going to
exactly what
answer
I'm
the
doing.
question in the next 30 seconds. Answer this
Yes,
question. Give me the definition of the term transcendent that you used.
yes. The term is the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name.
How is
Because
that transcendent?
what are you trying to describe is the reality itself.
That is
Is
not the
the
definition of transcendent.
because
So
okay, if you don't believe that there is a transcendent reality behind the real universe is in front of you, then what are you talking about?
what
then
is the
then you
definition
should
of transcendent? Can you please tell
then
us?
it's better that you don't believe in God. If you don't believe in a transcendent
But
reality,
you don't
you
even know
are
the meaning of the term you're
no
using.
you are bogging down. You are trying to create a word farago, but you are getting bogged into a definition because
So
you
wait. Every word that you're going to speak, unless you know the meaning of it, it's pointless.
okay. So you tell me, what do you understand by the word transcendent?
It's something that is beyond your beyond limits, for example.
Yeah, that is very simplistic definition. That's fine.
Exactly. I gave you the definition of transcendent. You were
Beyond
struggling with
what?
that. You were saying
No,
you were going
because
left,
because
right, center
because no no
without
no.
even realizing it.
The
Okay,
reason it
hold on,
the
hold on.
reason it
Are
seems
you saying the universe that we exist in is something that you can see, feel, observe, or is it transcendent? It is beyond your understanding. Which one is it?
Certain dimension of it is obviously because my senses are obviously limited, so I can see certain
Okay,
aspect of it, and obviously
good.
certain aspect is
So
beyond me.
you are able to see up to the limits of your senses. Am I see?
Yes,
You're able
yeah,
to
that
experience up, see,
yes,
observe, and experience up to the limit of your senses. That's good enough for me. So
yes,
which
yes.
part of
That
that, which part, because what is transcendent is, I'm assuming, is beyond the scope of your senses. Am I right?
no, that's not necessarily true. The transcendent is in front of you because look
No,
at the world, how
that's not
mysterious it
transcendent.
is.
Can you
It is
explain to
familiar.
Zishan, because I'm
No,
not
no,
getting
no.
through to him.
See, yes, yes. So it is familiar to you doesn't mean it is not transcendent. No, doesn't mean it
Okay,
is not
so
mysterious.
let's get back to the crux of the matter. So, what's your point about transcendence?
Yes. So initially we were discussing about what my belief about God, whether what kind of Hindu am I? That is what he was, I think, trying
Yeah.
to
So,
ask.
what's your view pertaining God? I think that's
So
I
what
think
yes,
I
we
think
yes,
this
want.
is what I asked him. So he said he's seeking the truth. Next
mm,
question I asked him is, how would you know you have found the truth? And he had no idea about how he would realize the truth has been found. And that is when he started going into this transcendent without even knowing the meaning of it, about the universe and so on. So you really have to narrow down your criteria as to
He
what you're
doesn't believe in
seeking,
scriptures. Yeah.
Surajit, because the thing is, you will, even if you find it, you won't even realize that you found it, because you have no criteria. You have no set criteria for what you're seeking as the truth.
Does he
if
believe in
you
scripture?
if see
He doesn't
God
believe in
is
God.
some God, God is an entity or a being that cannot have reference with something else. So what you are saying that you must have a preconceived
Surajit,
notion of God.
Surajit,
That
do you believe God to be wise?
depend upon because wisdom is a concept that is only valid in the material world we live in.
Do
So when
you
you
believe God to be wise?
mm, do you okay? So let me ask you a question. Do you
Zishan, he
believe
doesn't
that
believe
Answer
in
my
God, this
question
guy.
first.
that is
He
not
does,
true?
it's true, because when I asked you earlier
No, it is possible
whether
that
the scriptures,
I may not believe in Abrahamic God, the
no, you
duality
don't even
between
believe in the
God and
Hindu gods.
reality.
Okay, let me
No,
ask you
I
this.
do.
Do you worship any god?
I don't worship any
There you
deity
go. So you don't believe in God. That's the reason you don't worship any gods, my friend. Do you not realize that? You,
because of
according to the
your
Hindus,
understanding of God. That is true. Abrahamic understanding of God, I don't believe in God.
you're an
That's
atheist.
but Hindu belief
Okay. So
conception of
anyway,
God is
I
very
think it's a waste
different.
of time, because you really don't fit in this stream about casteism and misogyny, because you don't
No,
even
that is a
consider the
different
scriptures
discussion.
to be
We haven't.
authoritative,
No, if you
nor do you
want to
believe in
discuss,
God to be your sole supreme God. Okay, so come back in the stream,
no,
maybe
that is a
discuss
different
atheism,
discussion.
and
If you
then maybe
want to
you'll
discuss
feel
about
better over
If
there.
you're not,
misogyny
if
and
you're not
that,
Hindu, if you're
All
not a
right.
Hindu, then your opinion regarding casteism and misogyny is not really
Yeah,
applicable.
he doesn't respect anything in Hinduism.